Got a new hat. So I'm in TTP, Tuol Tampong, or like Russian market area. I'm at Copacabana Bar. And on Wednesday they do open mic night. It's Wednesday night now. So when you get here, it's on the corner. They do it every Wednesday. You have to go up these stairs that are on the corner here. So it's the corner of the street. It's like Street 440 and something else. And so I came out tonight, and I guess I came kind of early because it's only me and Max up there now. There's no one else here yet. But we can head up there in a second. I'll show you the bar. They host lots of events here. Last week there was a band from Portugal. I've seen them do different things. They've even had a movie night, open mic on Wednesday, you know, and they're open really late. Sometimes they get like the after hours crowd rolling through here too. So let's head on up there, see what's going on. So you go up the stairs. Matto's here. All right, Matto. I'm in TTP at Copacabana. It's a pretty new bar. It's right beside Brooklyn Pizza, right above it. So you come up the stairs and down the hall, and there's this like area here, but the bar is really in this door. And I'm even on the wall here. That's me. Do 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 cry. Oh, now Matto's gone. So I thought I'd come out here and jam and have a few drinks because today I hit 7,000. Woo! 7. Thank you so much to everybody. 7,000 subscribers. Woo! Let's keep it going. I want to get it to 10. That has a nice ring to it, eh? 10,000. Matto's back. It's telling me no one's here, but Matto's here. Oh, someone's here.
That was just a dream. Try, fly, try, wide. That was just a dream. Just a dream. Just a dream.
Also, if you've got any questions about Cambodia or teaching, whatever, I'm here for you. If you're watching it later, you can just, and you have a question and it's not live anymore, just put it in the comments. I'll just answer you back. Or you can DM me on Instagram or something. If you're someone who's watching because you're into teaching and you're wondering how I did it, check in the link in the description. It's the TESOL course I took, and they help you handle everything from the documents you need to move here, what visa you should get, and then the course itself, and they line you up with a job placement too. So it's really worth checking it out. It can be done online too, from the comfort of your own home. And if you're already a teacher, they have a job assistance program. So if you just, you already have a TEFL, but you just need help, getting lined up with job interviews, they have that too. So check out the link. If you go for it, then just put Tom Trips Out as a referral, and it can help support the channel. I don't know what happened there. If you're hurting for more, if you want some more Tom Trips Out content, whoa, this couch I sunk right in. There's some secret videos you could check out if you haven't seen them already. I have a members section on my YouTube where I have some more like explicit sort of adult themed videos, and they have to stay there because I don't want like students or young people to see these videos. So there's two there, and I'll tell you what they are. There's one that's about laughing gas balloons that they sell in some bars. They'll like fill it up and sell it to you, and you breathe it in. And I made a whole video about that and what it does to you and how much it costs and all that. And there's another video about Happy Pizza, and that's where they put a special herbal ingredient on top of the pizza with some after effects. So, and I did a whole video where I buy a Happy Pizza. So if you want to see those, you have to join the members page. But to be honest, I haven't been regularly posting there, so you could join. It's only like $3. Watch the videos, and then after you watch it, unjoin, because you don't want to keep paying every month. But it's just $3, and you can watch those two extra ones if you're interested. So I'm in Copacabana. We got 2 people now. I just got this hat today. It's cool. It's like jeans. It's like made of denim. Feels like it's made of jeans. It was $11. Sometimes when stuff's that cheap, and a lot of you see these ads on Facebook, and they're not even a real store. It's like someone who's operating an online store, so they'll just deliver it to you. And you never know when you get it. It's like very cheap quality, or it's not as nice as the picture. And this hat is very good. The brim is hard. Like I think it might be a real Levi's because it's. You can feel it's not going to fall apart just from holding it. Like it's sturdy and good. Yeah, old Levi's jeans. And I also ordered some shorts today. And I was so happy I found them because they look like normal, good short pants and everything, like shorts. But coming out right beside where the first 2 belt loops are, there's like 2 drawstrings. So you don't even need a belt. You can, they look like nice pants and everything, but they also have drawstrings. So you can, instead of putting a big, heavy, chunky belt on, you can just tie the strings and let your shirt hang over. But they look like the type of trouser shorts that you would need a belt. Like they look like nice shorts, but they have a drawstring. So anyways, I order them, and they're like, "What's your size?" So I say 32. And they come, and I can barely. I have put both my feet in, and I'm pulling them up to my waist, and I can't even get past my upper thighs. They're so small. So I messaged the guy like, "Jesus, I need to go up like 2 sizes. I need like a 36 to get these shorts on my body." Like. So I think tomorrow he's going to come send the delivery guy again, and you just exchange. And then I also ordered some shirts, and I told them large, but the shirts are coming on Friday. And then after this happened with the shorts, I messaged the shirt guy back, and I'm like, here's my height and my weight. Maybe I should get an extra large, because my experience so far is that like all the clothes here are way smaller than in North America. And then another store, I ordered like a nice sort of long sleeve shirt, similar pattern to this kind of. And they asked me my height and weight, and that store, they recommended I get a double XL. I'm like a thin guy. They're saying in Cambodia I could be an XL or a double XL. And like in America, if it was just a t-shirt, I could get away with a medium almost, a medium or a large. And here I'm a double XL. Shane D, hi bro. I'm in Copacabana Bar. There's an open mic, but it's not just getting started. Not many people here yet. Yeah, I'm big time an introvert, like a lot. I have a lot of struggle in like a social situation. And my social battery is very small. Like after maybe like 4 to 6 hours, I want to be by myself. So when you have to go on a trip with people for like 3 days, it really bothers me by like the second day. Or I need the ability to go for a few hours by myself. I like to be by myself most of the time. And I think it was since lockdown it really, like a lot of people, it really warped me and twisted my mind. It's like I'm uncomfortable around people since going through so much isolation. I'm more comfortable alone all the time now. But then you'd say, well, how do you go on stage? Like I love performing, so it's a weird cross of two types of people, kind of. If it's music, I'm like so confident and not at all introverted. But if it's just showing up and being social, it's very hard for me. Wouldn't a small city like Siem Reap or Battambang be better? I guess so, but to be involved in music and I'm trying to be like a social media influencer and everything. I need to be in the heat of everything, at least for a couple more years. I loved Kampot and Siem Reap, and probably when I'm older, I'll move away when I'm getting more relaxed. But I still need more action right now. Things to make videos on, things be in places where people are going to be coming to, so I can show them like ahead of time with videos and all that. So I'm an introvert, but I constantly battle it. Like I'm always out doing stuff. I have friends and stuff, but I'm always like, oh, it's like a big effort to push myself to get out there. And then when I'm out, I don't really talk to people. Sean, will you stay in Cambodia forever? Yeah, I think so. It's hard to tell because the things you want and the things you come up with that you want to do next can like change, but or you come up with new ideas. Like if you asked me even 4 years ago, I wouldn't even know what Cambodia is or where it even is in the world. Like, you know what I mean? And now I live here. Do they have a music scene in Kampot? Yeah, but it's much smaller. It's just a tiny town, right? But there's a couple of guest houses and little bars that have, I think there's an open mic there. I think there's a place called Karma Traders. And, there's different hotels and resorts. It's a little more touristy kind of, I guess. So those places could have live music. So There is a little bit, but it's not really a lot. I loved Kampot. And then you're close to Kep and you're close to Sihanoukville to take the boat to the island. Like, it's a good place. I don't know if you guys saw that. My picture's on the wall here. I'll show you. That's actually me. These are all like celebrities, and then mixed in is like a few pictures of us. Let's see here. Yeah, like this was our drummer. This was our guitar player. It's the glare there. This was our singer. That's it. And then the rest is like celebrities and stuff. I'm using my phone right now because it's live. It's an iPhone 13 mini. But when I make my videos, when I make my normal videos that are not live, like the regular type videos, I use a little action camera. It's called DJI is the company, and it's called Osmo Pocket. It's a tiny little handheld thing, and the camera's on its own little gimbal on the top of it. But when I go live, I use my phone because you need the internet, right? I just got this phone the other day from a phone shop. It's used, iPhone 13 mini, $400, 128 gig. The battery health was like 89. I thought that was pretty good price. Do you guys have any more questions about Cambodia? Do you want to help me celebrate the 7,000? Let's get some party filters going. 7,000, 7,000, whip, 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 7,000, 7,000, whip, 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 whip. Whoa, man, did I get to 7,000? Whoa. Frugal Wanderer says, I use the DJI Pocket 3 and I love it. Yeah, I think I just have I have Pocket 1. But it's not like I'm making a feature film or, you know what I mean? I just walk around pointing it at myself, so it's good enough. It gets hot sometimes. Matto says, set a challenge, big party for 10,000. Yeah, that's gonna be big. It'll probably be by April or May, I guess. Frugal Wanderer says, DJI makes great cameras. Yeah, they're like I'm sure you know that, they're like a drone company too, which also involves cameras, obviously, but they make a lot of high quality drones. Have I met Globik? He's a Quebec vlogger. No, I haven't. In Cambodia? What about Frugal Wanderer? Are you in Cambodia? That sounds like you have a channel. Yeah, I don't know Globic. Frugal Wanderer says, "Are you from Canada too?" Yeah, I'm from Toronto, Ontario. What do they do? They call Toronto the Six. So then sometimes they do a Drake and those guys. They flash a symbol that looks like a six. Frugal Wanderer says, "Yeah, he's on CM Reap at the moment. Sweet. You should go to Pub Street and Temple Bar." I have a video about that at Temple Restaurant. So not the big club, but the Temple Restaurant in CM Reap. You can get fried Cambodian frogs. That's what it's called on the menu, and they're so good. It tastes like chicken wings, but when they're presented to you, they still look like this. It's not all taken apart or chopped up. It's still all connected. So you see their thigh, leg, foot, like it looks like still a whole frog body kind of. I think the heads are chopped off, but the rest of the body's there. So you have like 4 big frog bodies, but it's just like awesome chicken wings when you eat it. So if you're making videos there and you want to do that Temple Restaurant Cambodian fried frogs, I'd recommend it. Frugal Wanderer says he's from Fredericton, New Brunswick. Used to live in Toronto. Nice. Friggin' right, bud. Friggin' right, bud. He says, "I would eat frog, no issues with that." Yeah, it was good. It was more than just similar to chicken. It was like the same as chicken wings. But there's just so many more bones. You're pulling out little things out of your mouth all the time. Right? It was very good. Love stir-fry Kermere. I guess that means stir-fried frogs. Or did you mean Kermit? Stir-fried Kermit. Kermit the Frog. I see this button here I can push. I don't know what it means. Let me just check this out. Okay, never mind. Want to go on a tear, bud? Big time. Get some jalapeno chips and some pepperoni. Get some Wiser's Deluxe and get buckled, bud. Some CC. I hate. CC is a type of whiskey called Canadian Club, and it actually sucks. It sucks so much. There's like a cheaper one, or equally as cheap, called Wiser's, and it's better. Wiser's Deluxe. So you guys have more questions about teaching or Cambodia? If you want to be a teacher and you don't know where to get started, or you want to do it online, there's a link in my description. Just mention Tom Trips Out. So the newest thing with me is restaurants are starting to ask me to come make videos and hire me to make videos there. So that I'm hoping I can get some of that going now. Start doing restaurant reviews and maybe get the food for free or get paid by them or stuff like that. And I'm going to try some hotels too, see if I can get some influencer marketing going. Frugal Wonder says, CC makes me happy. I no longer drink. Yeah, it tastes like such shit. It tastes like it's warm even when it's cold. That's what it's like. Frugal Wanderer says, is there teaching work in Siem Reap? Yeah, there is. For sure there is, but probably in general the salaries are just slightly lower than Phnom Penh as an average. So like smaller schools and the students and families there are less well off, so they're kind of less rich schools. There's probably a better way to say it, but. And then in Phnom Penh, it's just so much bigger and so many more schools that there's just more options in Phnom Penh. But like, there's options in Siem Reap for sure. It's just a bigger place in Phnom Penh, so there's more. And there might be a more diverse, broader spectrum of types of schools in Phnom Penh. Like I saw, there's one called Canadian International School. I saw one that called DK Schoolhouse, and they're based off of a Scandinavian type of learning. This is all in Phnom Penh. There's like learning centers, international schools, or tutoring. There's like after school programs, and like, so there's way more types of teaching, I think, in Phnom Penh compared to Siem Reap. Frugal Wonders says, the salary being smaller is fine. I just like it here. I'm older. It's probably not much. It's like the same or smaller, but like if you're one of those people that maybe has a master's or you have all these credentials and you're really trying to push like the highest salary you can. Like I even have friends of mine that made double what I made when I was and you could even go higher than that. Or if you want to be a professor or something, like then you want to be in Phnom Penh because you'd want to find those really expensive private schools or the university or this or that, and Siem Reap will have more like local style or more regular schools. But I mean, if you were going to have just a regular school job anyway, then it's not going to be it's not like, oh, you're in Siem Reap, you're going to make such little money. It's not like that. It's just, if you're really trying to shoot for the high echelon of upper salary numbers, then you should come to the city. But just a regular international school job, it'll be pretty much the same salaries, or maybe if it's less, slightly less. Like, yeah, I don't have a degree either. I've been a bass player and like a car rental guy. Yeah, I'll play you guys a song.
You want live or just record it?
It's live.
Hey!
There's like 4 people there.
Amazing. Hey, you're welcome, guys. You're welcome to Copacabana. Let's play some stuff. Let's take the preparation close to the food.
I have a new song too I've been working on.
Alright, so I gotta get some
Maybe that's a good spot.
here. Good folks in the tripod.
I'll put it over there now.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hot. Shh.
I lean in, get close, touch skin to skin. On the inside, I feel nothing.
I don't like the mic.
I think these are brand new strings, right?
Yeah, they are.
I can't think of anything I want to
Empty pockets.
All right, this is called Empty Pockets. If there's anyone left there, I don't even know. I learned a little bit about being down now. Is the guitar still adjusting? I can't.
Yeah, it's good.
Let's tune it better, maybe. Hang on, I just left my phone going, so. They're brand new strings on there, so they're. What happens when you put brand new strings on? You tighten it up to put it in tune, and then because they're still stretching, they just relax a bit and go out of tune, and then you re-tighten it up, and then they relax a bit, and there's a few hours of this like back and forth for your strings to like settle in, and then after a while that you do that, then they stay then, and they'll stay in tune. But right now, all those strings, you tune it, and then 1 second later, they're all going flat again, and I can't handle like hitting every chord sounding out of tune, so I just stopped, and I don't want to put you through that. You guys have any questions? See what you're saying here. More people in the chat tonight. Yeah, 4. Well, I've had times where there's like 15 or 16. Sean says, "What's for dinner tonight?" Yeah, I still need to get dinner. I was thinking of going down the street. There's a restaurant right here, but it'd be kind of expensive. I already bought some drinks here, and I might get a chicken wrap when I get home. I want to try to spend only $3 or $4, or I could get a margarita pizza. What would you want me to eat?
Oh, nice. Thank you. Oh,
Yeah, Steve says, I guess tuning was optional. It was the strings need time to settle in. How expensive are drinks there? So it can be anywhere from like 75 cents to $1.50. I'd say the most common is like $1 for a Cambodia can, or it could be $1.50 or $1.25. And then if you're lucky, sometimes drafts in a small mug can be like 75 cents or even 50 cents if you're in the right place. Shane says, do you feel uncomfortable in public sometimes? Yeah. Do you mean filming? Or just in general? I'm a weird type of introvert because I really don't care what people think at all. But it's my overall attitude when I'm being introverted is just, I just think about going somewhere and the overall vibe is what's the point? Like, why would I go there? And then I just imagine, okay, I'm gonna go, it's gonna take a long time, I'm gonna waste a lot of money. I'm gonna have a headache tomorrow. It's just gonna be a bunch of stupid shit, and then I'm just gonna sit there quietly and not talk to anyone. So why even go? What's the point? It's not like I'm uncomfortable. It's more like I guess like a depressed kind of mind, like you're unmotivated to go anywhere. Yeah, and then filming, that is a huge thing you need to get, that's tough, like, to walk around in public. Even right now, these guys are, like, they're just chilling here and they're pretending that they're not listening to me, but they can hear everything I'm doing. And when you're out in public doing it, everyone's looking at you. And when it's not live, you're trying to record yourself saying something, and maybe you talk, and then you trip over your words, or someone comes by, honk, 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 and ruined your thing, and everyone was looking at you, and now you have to press stop and then start again and repeat everything you just said again so you can get a clean take of it, and while all those same people are still looking at you again. And then hopefully you get it right the second time, and if not, oh, let's try a third time, and they're all still looking at you, and it's like, oh, God. So like what I always try to do is like, once, like, you know, I think about what I'm going to do, and then I take out my camera and I say it perfectly, stop, put it back in my pocket, keep walking, and then people are looking and I'm already walking away. It's already done. Like, so yeah, that'd be my advice. Get good at doing it in one try, and then you're not stuck somewhere with the pressure and everyone looking at you while you try it 3 times, same thing 3 times. Like, you don't sound introverted to me. You sound Canadian. Yeah. No, I don't like the idea of medications. Take off, eh? Right on. Are you guys English teachers? What form of speech does take off or right on, what does that fall into? If you were teaching that to some English students, what would you call that grouping of words? Take off, or right on, or sit down. Do you guys know? It's a phrasal verb. If you speak English, you should know that. How are you going to be a teacher? Well, click on the link below and they'll set you up with everything you need to know. You hoser? I found a toonie so I can go down to Timmy's get a double-double, bud. A toonie is the Canadian $2 coin. Bob and Doug versus Trailer Park Boys.
Oh, yeah. We just shoot for a while.
So Shane's asking, do I watch a lot of TV in my apartment? Well, I don't have a TV. Like I watch YouTube. Like I stream stuff on my laptop. That's what I do. That's what most people do. So I watch a lot of YouTube. Like I watch a lot of like podcasts on YouTube. You know, a lot of people like that do podcasts. They film it too. So I watch podcasts. A lot of comedians like on YouTube. And I love Conan O'Brien. And I watch a mix of stuff, Joe Rogan stuff. Or Steve says, where in Bangkok is Timmy's? I don't know. I didn't know they had it there. So they're all asking about Timmy's. Tim Hortons is like a coffee and donut shop in Canada that's very Canadian. Will you do more food tour reviews? Yeah, people have been asking, and I started doing more. It's like just like 2 weeks ago, I did one at David's Noodles. It's like a guy that makes handmade noodles, and so you can look at my videos for that. And then after I did that video, another restaurant called, well, I don't want to talk about the name yet because I'm still working it all out with them. But another like neighboring restaurant saw that video on David's Noodles, and they reached out to me, and they're trying to invite me to come like make a marketing, like use my YouTube channel to make a marketing video for their restaurant too. So then all of a sudden I started thinking, okay, like how am I gonna propose this to them, and what am I gonna do, and all this. So I wrote out a thing and gave it to them, and we've been going back and forth, and we're close to working out a deal where I'm gonna go there and be hired by them or work for them to make a video for them to use for marketing, and I'll post it on my channel too, and show how good this place is. And it is a really good restaurant, so it's not like a lie or whatever. And so then that'll be another restaurant video coming, and then hopefully I'll use that video and the Dave's Noodles one and I'll send out emails to like every restaurant around me I can find, telling them about what I do and all that, and then a link to those two videos and saying, hey, if you want a video like this too, then reach out to me and we can work something out where I can come and use my growing following I have here to help bring attention to your restaurant too, and I'll make a video and try the food and all that. Like, so I'm trying to get some influencer marketing going on the side. I'm freelance, right? So I gotta start figuring out how to earn from it, right? And I'm growing and growing. I'm almost at 10,000. And if you're a restaurant, imagine like paying someone like me is so much more effective and way cheaper, because I would only barely charge anything probably. I'm not going to talk about numbers, but like And then if you compare that to what they would have to spend on maybe if they chose to do a Google ad or Facebook ads and stuff, like what they would pay me is what they would pay maybe in 1 week on Facebook. And here, and when they pay me, the video will be up there for years and years. Like, so it's like, it's a really good idea to do influencer marketing. I'm trying to enter into that world now and get businesses and hotels and restaurants to start inviting me and seeing what they can offer me to use my channel for exposure for them. Shane D says, could you see yourself living in Campot one day? Yeah, definitely. Especially, like, I was just there. That's probably why you're asking. And it's so nice and quiet and peaceful, and there's lots of cool places still, and there's little downtown. There's that river right there, if you saw the videos. I was just there like 3 days ago. To anyone else who's watching, you can go and watch, see it. I did a hotel tour video. But also you're closer, way closer to the ocean there too. And it's like a half an hour, I think 40-minute drive to Kep, which is just down the coastline, and it's like a little tiny beach town. And then in the other direction, you can go to Sihanoukville, and all the boats go to the island. So it's a really cool area. It's just the really tiny, chill, like sleepy towns, kind of. And there's not a lot of schools. There's not a lot of nightlife and all that. So for like the things that I'm doing right now, it's not a good place for me to have my home base where I'm rooted, because like I want to show people like what life is like if you wanted to move here to get a job and all that stuff. If my channel was maybe about retiring here, then that would be perfect. But mine's more about, you're a young person, you're coming here to, usually you start in the city or Siem Reap, like. So it's not a good place for me to do all this right now, right as I'm kicking off. But like the van ride there is only 2.5 hours or so. It would be 2 hours, but they make some stops and he's not speeding, so it can take up to 3 hours, but it's like 2 to 3 hours to get there. And there's one van that goes at like 5:30 in the morning, so you could, if you wanted to, you could be there by like 7:30 or 8 a.m. and then just leave the next day, like anytime you want. Like that's when I went just a few days ago, I only stayed for 24 hours. So like, you don't have to live there to benefit from it, right? You can go visit you pay the van ride there is $9 each way. And then it's like 2.5 hours, and then you can enjoy Campot. You don't have to live there. I could go every weekend if I wanted to. Can you take a train to Campot? Yes, you can. So I actually did a video where I took the local railway train that's full of local people. And I had to go early in the morning, like at 6 in the morning, to the train station. And at the train station, there's 2 trains there. And one's going one way, one goes the other way. And so one train was going to Campot. So yes, they have that. And the other train was going to Battambang. And that's what I was doing in the video. So I was going to Battambang. So I've never taken the train to Campot, but I saw it there. And some other expats, these girls, they came up to me, and what it is in the train, it's like a bench seat, and you're facing another bench seat looking at you. And so to not be squished in with like random local people, these girls were going around trying to find other expats like their age to try to say, hey, let's get together and form our own cube. So our seating area is like people we can converse with and all that, so we're not all split up all over the train, and all of us are squished in with local people. We could have our own 2 bench seats facing each other and talk the whole time and all that. So these girls come up to me and they're like, are you going to Campot too? You want to do that? And I was like, I'm going to Battambang. And the Battambang train was packed. I think this was a holiday weekend, so all the local people were going out to the province, like. So it was a horror story. I got squished in with all these local people, and it was fine. Like, nothing against them, but it was like major culture shock. And they have they bring all kinds of stuff and different foods and bags and stuff, and they have no shoes on at all, just bare feet, and their feet are up on the thing, and you're squished in. Like, their bare feet are right on me, touching me. And I just stood up, and I stood up for most of the ride. I just got up out of that thing. I couldn't handle it. I didn't make any scene. I just calmly stood up like, oh, I'm stretching my legs, and I just like remained standing like most of the time. And then about halfway, a bunch of people got off, and then the train was half empty, and then it was like pretty good. So it was only like the first half I was kind of squished and then standing. And you can see that video if you go to my playlist and go to Battambang playlist. I took the railway train to Battambang, and you can see all that. You could do it. Shane says you could do it other way. Live in Kampot for very cheap and travel to PPs so often for videos. Yeah. I literally thought of that. Because even for music gigs, I only have like 2 or 3 a month. So I could come and... I think if my income from all this online stuff was a little bit better, I would be more into doing that. Like I kind of want to be in the city until it's more self-sustaining. I'm still fighting to like even make any money at all. So like I can't go to where there's less opportunity yet. Once I have a thing that's like coming in and I've got a steady thing, I can go there. What's ironic about that though is it's actually much cheaper to live in Kampot. So I've seen like little houses where you have your own little house and a yard around it and everything. It would be like $200 a month. Like to have your own house with a little property and everything. To rent it, I mean. Matto says that's an experience. Yeah, the train. I have it on video. You guys can check it out. In the video, you don't see all the horror story. Oh yeah, and it's not for tall people. The 2 seats are so close together, and I'm like 6'1". It's like 185 centimeters. But I'm sitting, and my knees were touching the front of the chair that's facing me, like the chair that the people are sitting on that are across from me. The tops of my, like the front of my knees were touching their chair, the one facing me. That's how close the chairs are together. And it's like my legs are too long to be in there. Hey. If you guys want to send your support or send your love, like super thanks and the super chats, you can make donations if you want to help support the channel. I'd appreciate it. Help me celebrate 7K. What's funny is my subscribers are shooting up really fast. Like it's almost like every 3 weeks I get another 1,000 now for the last 2 months or so. But like the views are pretty much the same, the amount of views and the amount of like revenue from the ads and everything, because obviously that comes from views. So it's like, wow, over the last month you got like 1,000 more, but it's not really impacting the channel at all, except for the subscriber number. Like the views are not really going up, the watch time's not really changing that much, like nothing else is really changing except the subscribers are going way up. But just gotta keep doing it. I wish you made your YouTube membership more worth it. 2 or 3 videos a month exclusive. Yeah, I know. That was my original plan and I couldn't stick to it. The problem that I had was I was like, any video I put on my members page is gonna be like some really cool explicit like adult video. So I have the happy pizza and the laughing gas balloons, but and then I can't then I have trouble thinking of other ideas, and then time goes on and I need to make free videos too, like for the regular page. And what I should have done is just put any video on the members page, or let it sit there for like a month and then release it to the free crowd. So like all the members get to see first dibs at it. And Because why does it really matter if it's some explicit adult video? Like, can't it just be any, like, whatever video I'm making that day, then put it for the members? And you know, after it lives there till it's stale, that once it's stale, then I can release it to the free people. I should start. Maybe I'll start picking that up now. Maybe what I'll do is I'll slowly start adding more there before I mention it, and then I'll wait till there's like 5 or 6 there, and then I'll start talking about it again. Yeah. Shane's saying, yeah, it doesn't have to be like crazy, different exclusive adult videos. It can just be like exclusive and updates for members. Steve says, can you put videos with copywritten music on the members page? You can put it even on the other page too, even on the free page, but they won't let you monetize it. So every time there's a commercial, it won't let me take any money from the commercial because there's music that I don't own in it. So it will actually give the money to the person who owns the song, or it'll share it with them. It basically, I see as a creator beside all my videos a little green $sign, and it'll turn red if I have any copywritten shit in there. Then it'll say you can't monetize this. And sometimes it's depending on whoever owns that song, whatever deal they have with how they've licensed it. Because sometimes I have copywritten music in my thing, and it comes up saying you can still monetize your channel, but you're sharing the revenue with that musical artist. So I'm getting some of it still, and then other times, depending on a different artist, it'll just say the deal with this song is you can't use it, so your thing's not monetized. So sometimes it'll let you share, sometimes it doesn't affect you, sometimes it'll say you can't use it. The next big event they have here at Copacabana, I'll make a proper video and show you what it's like on a night when it's popping. I make all the music in my YouTube. Any music you ever hear, I've made it from scratch. Like those beats in the background stuff, I just play with loops. I have like recording software, and I layer and chop up and put together drum beats and loops of different stuff. And sometimes I'll add real instruments because I'm a musician. And then the opening jingle, that's me. I recorded that in my bedroom in Toronto. Shane, do you think you'll go back to Canada for a holiday or just stay in Cambodia? Well, I just visited recently in August, so that was 6 months ago. So I won't go back again for another. And to be honest, like, it was nice to see everyone, like my family, but like it was not anything special to see Canada itself. Like I don't give a shit about Canada. Like it's just my friends and family. So like I have no desire to go back even to visit except for those people. And I think what's going to happen, my mom and dad were talking about in the next year or two, and my mom is from Denmark. I think there's going to be a big family reunion with everybody in my mom's extended family, including us, having a family reunion in Denmark, like in the next year or so, a year and a half from now or something. And so that will probably be the next like time that I see all my family and everything. And so it won't be going back to Canada. I'll like take a plane from here to Denmark and go to a family reunion with and then my family from Canada will come to Denmark and we'll meet in Denmark. So I think that's happening in a year or two or something. And then it'll probably be 2 years. It has a nice ring to it. It might be like every 2 years, every 3 years. So in a year and a half, it might be like Denmark, and then it'll be another 2 or 3 years after that before I'll come back to Canada. Like, why even come? There's no point. It's a big hassle. The flights, like to go there and come back, the cheapest you can get is like $2,200. Like it's a big chunk of change. So I don't know. And then I have friends that play in bands in Toronto, and one group I know, they're planning on maybe doing a tour through parts of Asia, and they might. I think the closest place they'll be is the Philippines. And so when they go to the Philippines, I could try to plan a little trip, and that's a short flight for me. I think that would be like a 3-hour flight or something. And then go to the Philippines for a week and hop in their tour van, like follow them on tour like a roadie or something through the Philippines. Shane, do you think you should have saved a lot more money knowing you want to stay in Cambodia long term? No, like I'm very good. I've saved more money while I was here than I was able to save in Canada. Like the cost of living is so low here. Like I was teaching for a year and a half here when I first got here, and I was able to save $6,000. But I'm really frugal, and I'm really all about saving money, and I don't waste money on drinking and shit like that. Like you could easily save like $250 a month by not drinking so much, like, if compared to people that go out and party. And if you're saving $250 a month, then you know, what is that, like $3,000 a year? And then things like my parents sometimes, or like at Christmas, I get a bunch of Christmas money, and I'll buy myself a really nice dinner and like some chocolate and a pair of shoes, like, and then I keep all the money. Like I only spend like $80 of it or something out of all my Christmas money. So I'm always stashing away money like crazy. But I don't know, that's a weird question. Like, of course, so I said, no, I'm fine. I have 6,000, but wouldn't it be nice if I had 60,000, like 60? Like, so yeah, you're saying, would it be, should I have saved more? Well, I didn't need more. I'm always either treading. The worst I ever do is just break even. Like, I'll never go backwards or lose money. And if I do, I fix that situation right immediately. You know? But yeah, more money is always better, I guess. But you know what? Sometimes I think about now, like the last 6 months, I've not been teaching, and I've been able to support myself totally, and I haven't lost any money. But if I was teaching at the same time and I like busted my ass to the bone and did both things, I would have made a lot more money. I would have had about $7,000 more by now if I had kept teaching full time. The Hugs Go Wild says new album out on Friday, so that's in 2 days. Go check out The Hugs Go Wild. They have a new album coming out. Find them on Instagram and YouTube. Click on them in the chat here and follow all their links to that they'll put up to promote their own release. Shane, can you do more mall reviews? Yeah, they all look the same, to be honest. I did one. I've done maybe one or two. I think I did one about, I've done a video about what all the school work looks like as a teacher when you have to mark tests and when you have to make lesson plans. I made a video about that, but it starts off in a mall where I'm eating food in a mall and I show the mall kind of. And then I did another video just purely on a mall. So I have two about the mall. But they're both like Aeon Mall. I should maybe try to find a different mall. There's another mall called Chipmong. 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 I should maybe show you guys a Chipmong Mall. That's a good idea, Shane. So yeah. So Shane, there's two mall videos already, but I've never done a Chipmong Mall. They're always been Aeon. So I'll show you I'll do a Chipmong Mall video in the next week or two. Matto says, depends on your lifestyle. Yeah, talking about spending money and all that stuff. The hugs go wild. Hoping to get over there in the summertime, finally. Yeah. Matto says, Chipmong 3. Yeah, is that the new one? They've just built a nice big new one. I don't know if that's that. But the hugs go wild. Thanks for all the info. The music scene videos are my favorites. Yeah, I don't know if you saw, I had a short just recently where I'm jamming with this new guy. He's like a French guitar player from France, and then we were like a duo, but we've added in a harmonica guy. And you might have seen that video. I had a short where he's just wailing on the harmonica. This guy's like a lifetime musician. He's a keyboard player and a harmonica player, and he's just has all these stories. And he's from Toronto, and he's like much older than us. And he's from Toronto, where I'm from. And some of those venues that I've been to and played at, they've existed for years, like decades and decades. And so I started bringing up stories with him. And there's a place called the El Macombo, and he's telling me stories from these venues from the 80s, like, and when I was born, like, and I know them as like in the modern time, but he's telling me stories from like 40 years ago at these same places. Like, it's this really cool harmonica guy. And we're playing in like 9 days, so like a week from Friday. Me, this French guy, and the harmonica player. And it's like blues and jazzy rock and rockabilly jazz, and like he's wailing on the harmonica. It's cool. Matto says Chipmong 3 is the closest one to me. Yeah. Steve, you should interview some of the musicians you play with. Yeah. Or I could, even ones I don't play with, like I could go to a show as an audience member where there's, a show where there's like an opener, a middle band, and a last band. And maybe go up to interview the people from the different bands and see what they say about playing in Cambodia and stuff. That's a good idea. I never like bother other people. I never go up to other people and put the camera in their face and ask them stuff, but that would be a good way to mix things up on my channel, because I don't do that very much. Do some slight interview. It doesn't have to be a full interview, but grab someone and ask them one question and then maybe one follow-up question to what they say, like, and then move on to the next guy or gal. I've been to the Orbit Room in the Rex. Nice. You're making me feel. I'm like, oh yeah, Toronto. Yo, the Orbit Room shut down though. Those are big time music places. Are you a musician, Steve? Both those places you named are the types of places that not just any random person knows about and goes there just on a whim. It's like you go there because heavy musicians play there and you want to see good music. You've learned that that's the places to go to get blown away by musicians. The Orbit Room was sick. I've had like 2 birthdays there. It's this tiny little place upstairs, and they do like Motown and soul bands that are just crazy. There was one band called Ride the Tiger, and they would play like every Friday almost. And it was, I had 2 birthdays there 2 years in a row. Really good band, like unbelievable, top quality, Motown and stuff. And then the Rex is like a classic like jazz bar, like really jazz cats, like big time jazz names could play there, and it was like a fancy bar. Should have been around when Big Mike from Sharky Bar. He had stories to tell. He was a great guy. Yeah. Steve says yes, he's a bass player. Yeah, so am I. I think I got a mosquito bite on my hand while I've been sitting here. Any notable music venues in Kampot? Well, I've never been to a show there, but I hear people that talk about different places, and there's like guest houses where you first walk in, it looks kind of like a restaurant and a cafe bar type place where they could hire live music. and then you walk in and you kind of pay at the counter, and then in behind you could go behind and go upstairs or whatever, and that's where there'd be like rooms and guest houses and stuff. So it looks like a restaurant with a guest house built into it or whatever. And I think a place that has this with live music, there's one called Karma Traders. It's like Karma, like karma, and then traders, Karma Traders. And I've heard they do like open mic and live music. But it might look like a restaurant if you Google it, Karma Traders. That's the only one I can really think of. But I bet you there's like one or two more. I think there's probably like 3 places you could probably play. I saw the best jazz guys in TO at the Rex. It was a jazz orchestra with the professors of the faculties of music at the U of T in Humber. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying, like the Rex is like serious. I've gone there one time and it just made me, it was a mix of like I have to go home and practice, and you almost want to just give up because you're like, you just saw something you'll never be able to play as good as that, like even if you practiced your whole life. So you guys have any more questions? I think I'm gonna cut her off soon. So the next big event they have at this place, I'm gonna come make a proper video here too. It's a good bar, but not enough people know about it or come here yet, so I'm gonna help them. Seth, hi, Tom from Dallas. What do they say about Dallas? They do it big or something? Or is that Texas? Just Texas itself? What's the catchphrase for about Dallas? Dallas, baby! Something like that. Shark Tank is a show I watch a lot, and whenever anyone's from Dallas, Mark Cuban's like, Dallas, baby! Or they go, everything's bigger in Texas. Seth says, I watch your videos every day. Yeah, if you dig back in the past, there's like a million, especially if you look at the playlists. The one I don't know if you just joined in, someone asked me if I ever took the train here, the railway train, and I've taken one to a town called Battambang. I took a railway train, and I did a whole video on the train. And in Battambang, and this is like a year ago or more, I did a video on a crocodile farm, and I went to this thing called the Killing Caves. And then I did a video on like the train ride to get there. But this was like a year ago or maybe more, so if I have all these new subscribers, that video's so buried that no one knows that I did like cool stuff like that. Also, there's one about Camp Pot. If you go to the playlist for Camp Pot, there's one where I stayed like a half an hour out of town in a little hut on a river, and it's called Eden Eco Village. And you could look up this place. It's like little grass straw, little huts that you live in that right on the riverside, like the water's right under you. Like it was almost close to camping. And close to Camp Pot, there's a town called Kep. It's like a beach town, and I went to an Italian restaurant and a famous crab market there. But like all these videos were from like almost a year and a half or whatever ago, so they won't be popping up unless you go in the playlist and find it. So Seth is asking me, I've been mentioning about how I interviewed for a part-time teacher job, and I'm waiting to hear back. So he's asking, so what's going on with that? Well, there's a bunch of campuses, and the campus that was really far away, they said to me, we don't need you for part-time at this place, but we'll send all your info to the other campuses. And I said, okay, and then now I haven't heard from them anymore. So it's probably got lost in the translation or whatever. But I know, I recently talked to this girl I know that she just got a new job at a school, and they offered her mornings. And I was like, what's the name of your school? I've been looking to work mornings. And it's a school that's called DK Schoolhouse. And often DK stands for, when you're talking about countries, it stands for Denmark. And this place, I researched a little bit, they base their education off of Scandinavian style of learning. And that's why it's called DK Schoolhouse. And my family, my background actually comes from Denmark. I was born in Canada and grew up in Canada, but my mom is from Denmark, and I have lots of family in Denmark. So it was kind of interesting to see it. Oh my God, this is a school that hires teachers to work morning positions, and it's like a Danish school. And my whole life I've had, Danish celebrations and family and all that stuff. So it makes me feel like, oh, there's a connection to that, connection there to that one. So I emailed them and I didn't hear back from them. Whatever, I still have a lot of savings left and everything. I've been starting to get the feelers out there to look for a morning job. It'll probably end up being online, to be honest, because I don't know. When you work online, you can choose your own hours more. It's tougher in person to just walk into a school and be like, yeah, hire me, and also I want to go home by 11:30, and it sounds like I'm just full of demands of everything I want. Thanks, Seth says good luck. Thanks, man. Does anyone have any final thoughts or things you want me to make a video on? That mall idea was good. Chipmunk Mall. I'll do that soon. I'll do that next. I know you guys, some people complain when I talk about teaching and schools too much, but I need to always mention it because there's always brand new people seeing my videos for the very first time ever. And if that's somebody that was going to be interested in teaching, I can't take that risk and not mention it, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to find the balance of making videos that have nothing to do with teaching, like a restaurant. I did the hotel in Kampot. I'm at a bar right now, and then you got to put up with it. Every once in a while, there's gonna be one about teaching. Because I can't ignore it, you know what I mean? So when you see those ones, you just have to just take in the scenery in the video and not take what you can out of it, even if you're not interested in being a teacher, because I just have to keep that going. One idea I had for the next teacher-related video is talking about the difference between working in Vietnam or working in Cambodia, because the life is a little bit different in the way the schools work and the things you need to be hired and the salary and the style of school is, all those things are different between Vietnam and Cambodia. But the TEFL program that I always talk about, that I have a link in the description, they actually also do Vietnam too. And their headquarters are in Vietnam. So if you wanted to be an English teacher in Vietnam, you can also check the link in the description. And I don't really mention that enough. I've been really representing Phnom Penh, but there could be lots of people out there that I could help them. Lots of people out there that want to work in Vietnam, and I could help them too. You know what I mean? I've been really focusing only on Phnom Penh. So I'm probably gonna make a video about what are the differences, the main big differences between a teacher who works in Phnom Penh or in Cambodia and one that works in Vietnam. And then sort of the moral of the story is whichever one you feel is best for you, it doesn't matter which one. AVSE is the place to go that can hook you up with either one. It's just the main trouble is if you want Vietnam, you have to have a degree. You have to have a bachelor degree to get the right paperwork to get a work visa. So if you don't have a degree, you can't even entertain Vietnam. But if you do have a degree, then that video would be worth checking out. So yeah, the next few coming up will probably be Chip Mong. That's a non-teaching related one. And then I'm going to talk about the difference between Vietnam and Cambodia. And then maybe I'll do a live next Friday when I have the show with the French guy and the harmonica guy. We're called, the guitar player's name, the leader of the band, his name is Woody. And then, because there's that stereotype that people from France eat frogs, the band name is going to be Woody and the Frog Eaters. So he's Woody, and then me and the harmonica guy are the Frog Eaters. And I was saying it would be funny if the bar we're playing at, if they sell frogs, we should just order orders of that. And at the end of the night, when they bring us the bill, the receipt will just say like frog, 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 and like beers and frog, and then take a picture of that, and that's the Frog Eaters bill. Like it's just frogs. What's cool about that bar is they pay us each like a certain amount cash, and then they also give us, on top of the cash, you get, each of us, we get $15 bar tab for anything you want, drinks or food, or they sell cigarettes, they sell, I'm trying to think what else they would have. Like anything they've got, I have $15 to spend on it, and so does Woody, and so does the other guy. So all together as a band, we have like $45 bar tab. And as I said, beers are only like $1. I've had this before at this bar, and even if I drink 5 beers, that's like $5 or $6. And then I get a meal for like $4, and that's it. I end up spending only 10 of my 15. It's like, it's almost hard to spend 15 at this bar. Matto says frogs and beers sound good. Seth says frog's meat is good. It's very lean. Yeah, it tastes like chicken wings. So this is your last chance if you want to send any thanks or donations. And remember, until next time, how you spend your days is the way you spend your life. It's never too late to start tripping out.